ladies, I wanted to talk to you two specifically because as world-class travelers that you are, tell us about your preferred method of travel, Evangelist Lee.
Well, I am a cruiser for sure. I've been on 89 cruises.
Wow.
And I just love going around
Pause.
the world. Yes,
Pause. How many?
89 cruises.
Dang. You're 89, I'm 69.
Okay.
Wow.
I am it's been wonderful just traveling the world, seeing different places, different things. And the beautiful part about cruising, everything's included. So why not, So that's the best way for me to travel, when you can go from country to country, do the tours, and just enjoy different countries and go on different cruise lines. And so I've been on the luxury, the most expensive to the cheapest. And it's just a wonderful experience for me. I enjoy it.
What is wonderful about, let's talk about your first cruise. Cruising around, of course, has been around for a long time. So since you've been doing one a month, since you got, should I dare say, turned out on cruising?
Sometimes 2 and 3 times a month.
Oh my gosh. How, the first time you went on a cruise, did someone take you kicking and screaming? Did you finally decide, I'm going on the cruise? What?
It was during the time after I got married. I told my husband we was going to do this, and he says, "Well, he was the one kicking and screaming. He didn't want to do the water. Because none of us know how to swim. So everybody think you have to learn how to swim to be on a cruise, but you don't." And so it was in 1974 when we took our first cruise on the Sensation. I'll never forget it. And it was about 30 people with us, so it was easier with other people. So we had a wonderful time. It was a 5-day cruise. Finally, after he got on the cruise, then he realized this is great. We didn't have any experiences with motion sickness. None of that. It didn't affect us at all. We always enjoy the top bunks rather than be on the lower bunks, where you can actually feel sometimes the water, the vibration of the ship and all. So we always got the balcony. Sometimes there was a time we did the inside cabins, and some people love the inside cabins so they can sleep.
Yes.
I love them.
But I like the idea. It depends on where I'm going and how long I'm going to be on the ship that I will decide on the balcony or suite. But the cruising is fabulous. It's a wonderful life for me. I enjoy it. Unfortunately, the last couple of years, it's been a lot of tragedies on the ships, but that doesn't turn me off at all. I'm
glad to hear that, because a lot of people tend to shy away from things just because they see about a bad. People are still holding on to the Titanic.
Yes, they are. True that. That's true. That's very true.
Seriously, like think it's going to happen, and in that instance, that's why they tell you as soon as you get on the ship, the first thing you do is you grab a life preserver.
Right. That's the first
thing
we do.
They teach you about safety
first.
And that's the first thing you do before you even, pull out of the dock. We're talking about this because people need to learn how to relax more. And it's part of, you said you go once a month. That's like part of self-care for you.
Yes, it is. It's stress-free for me, and it relaxes me, and it gives me an opportunity to meet people, go different places. One thing I won't do in any country I've visited is eat. I don't eat. Everybody say, how could you go on all of these trips and don't eat? I don't eat from any country. Dubai, India, Thailand, Singapore, all those places, never.
Really?
What?
I don't eat on any vacation that I go to. I don't eat the native food. I don't eat there. I just don't do it. So
what?
A lot of times we're not even sure what we're eating, really. And so the only time I really ate good was in Italy. But that's the only country I really ate. But other than that, no, I don't eat in any other countries. I get off the ships. I love the sightsees. I love going to different places to shop in the malls, the museums, the parks, all of that. I love to see how they live, but I won't eat what they eat.
That is very interesting. Because I live for the moment to, I already have it mapped out. I'll talk to people. I'll talk to the indigenous folks. I have the indigenous people. I talk to somebody on the ship. They like, no, come with me. Come with me. Make a friend.
Right.
And they take you to the good spots.
I know. And, LaJoyce, it's not that I judge people and their food or anything. It's just that this is me. It's a personal thing.
Yes.
With me. And I've seen so much, and, even in close friends' homes, so it's just for me, just a safer way for me.
Okay.
I don't take the chance.
You said something pivotal, though, and you said that you don't know how to swim, and that hasn't stopped you from cruising. And a lot of people really believe that I don't want to be out on all that water because I can't swim. Say more.
I still don't know how to swim.
69 cruises later. No, 89.
I actually started taking swimming lessons recently because I like going in the water, but I don't know how to swim. But I just started learning how to, well, I'm not there yet, but I am taking classes. However, with that said, I still take precautions. I still make sure, a lot of times I don't even like to wear a swimsuit, you know, so it's for me, my feet in the water is fantastic. And going in on the beaches on these tours and stuff, I just can't. I don't know what's in the water. I still have a fear of that, although I enjoy my vacations and I enjoy my cruises, I'm limited.
Yes. And you know, that sand and that salt water, that is the best exfoliator in the world. That is skin polish.
That is me. That's one of the things that I enjoy doing. And even if you know how to swim, if you're on a cruise ship, what difference does it make if it's going down? Can't swim back to shore anyway. But I do enjoy, you know, the salt water.
It's so medicinal.
Yes. I mean, I could actually be on a cruise, eat all the food, and the way we move around the ships and everything, and the salt water, the exfoliation on the sand and everything. I could come home and be 5 pounds smaller just on a week cruise. Because whatever's going on, LaJoyce, maybe you could help me with what's going on with that salt water. That's detoxing.
It's detoxifying.
You know, it's absolutely wonderful. So that's a part of me. But I can understand going to these countries and not eating. Right. Didn't Will say something when he got sick? He said, "What was the food, the meat?"
No, he said he was in Africa eating nondescript meat. They were like, he was like, "Okay, I'll take 2 portions of meat." Will down.
Well, I do enjoy the sauna. I do lose my weight in the sauna.
Oh, absolutely.
I do enjoy that. And another thing about safety in the cabins, she would know, Geraldine knows that whenever I travel, Lorraine knows, wherever I travel, I have a whole suitcase full of cleansers. I don't use nobody's sheets, nobody's towels, nobody's washcloths, nobody's pillowcases, nobody's comforters, nobody's blankets.
Jesus.
I take, I spend
all of that.
I spend at least an hour and a half cleaning, disinfecting.
I do the same
bathroom, the doorknobs, the drawers, the dresses, the lights, the lamps, the phones, the
I
TV.
do everything.
And the most filthiest thing on any hotel, any cruise, remote control.
No doubt.
I put that
in any hotel room.
I disinfect it and put it in a baggie. We keep it in the baggie for the whole time that I'm there. We don't touch the remote control, and it better not ever be on my bed.
Oh my gosh.
So I take all precautions. So that's how I start my cruise. After the drill, we do a cleaning.
Yes. I was shocked. We went away and I saw the routine. So I had never gone, my thing is I might travel with a spray can of, what do you call that stuff?
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, LaJoyce, but
have a fit.
As you know better, you do better.
That's right.
So my products have changed, and my routine has changed.
Yes.
But one thing, getting on those planes, you taught me a long time ago. Honey, I plug up my ears. I drink plenty of water. Now that we have the scarves, I'll be wrapping the scarf around me. But I always cover up my head. I take my own little travel blanket. And when I don't talk to if he's cute, I will talk. But I'm not really holding conversation. I got the blanket over my head.
Yes.
So this is interesting that when you talk about a plane, and it's obvious, but it's not that obvious to
That's
me.
true.
Right.
So it's obvious that you're in a capsule.
That's correct.
With recirculated
absolutely.
air, hundreds of feet up in the air for long periods of time.
That's right.
And just to think the kind of infections that could be
A brewing.
Right. So this is some really, really good advice. I never thought about things like this. Some things we just take for granted. And just assume that because of the big name of the airline or what have you, that they're taking care of you and that you get off the plane and you don't glow in the dark.
There you go.
So you're okay.
You better pray.
So it's interesting to hear.
Well,
this.
sometimes I glow.
You glow. The furthest I've been was Thailand. Was Bangkok, Thailand. That was a 19-hour.
Yes,
Was
you
that
could
19
glow.
hours and then or 12 hours and then
Well, please
7
tell me
hours.
you ate the food when you got there.
I did.
Thank you.
Yo, I love Thailand, and I loved the fresh vegetables and the food that they serve. But I hear you also. You want to be cautious of
do.
eating foods. I didn't do that in Mexico.
Oh,
Be
yeah,
careful.
I don't even drink water in Mexico.
Be careful
You
with that.
don't drink. Yeah, you have
We're
to
not
like.
drinking water.
Real,
I
real
just can't
serious.
do it. I can't do any of that. I can't drink the water. I can't. They said don't even breathe the air, but you
Oh
gotta
my
breathe
gosh.
the air. But I do enjoy traveling a lot. It's great. It's great. But this airplane thing now, this education I got today, well, I have to start traveling a whole brand new way now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna plug up my ears when I travel now. Yeah, I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
I never thought about that.
That's great. But
Yes.
if you ever in a hotel room, on a cruise ship, any room, just wash it down and check out the towels. But what I do, I take their white towels and I do all my cleaning. Then I give them their towels to show them what they didn't do.
Oh.
And I take off I do mattress covers. I take off all their sheets, bed linen, everything. Make sure no bed bugs.
Have
And
you
I
ever
always
seen bed
check.
bugs?
Never.
Thank the Lord.
Thank God.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're actually supposed to flip back your sheets, flip back your mattress cover before you sit down and pick up the dirty remote.
Amen.
And you should check in the crevices of the mattress for
Yes.
bed bugs.
Yes.
IW and Digital Chick MJ had a situation. Where were you all? He said, "Why you got to put that out?" No, they were in
Wanna hear
D.C.
it.
We were in D.C.
on station business. So anyway, they were in D.C.
Tell the story,
and,
Joyce.
and MJ flipped back her to look covers and mattress cover to look for bed bugs, and there they were
Oh,
in a prominent DC hotel. And she called Tramel and IW and was like, "We got to get out." And they ran for a train.
wow.
They were supposed to leave the next day
Wow.
and because they had to go.
Well, when
You
Oprah Winfrey said she had them after paying $2,000 a night in a room, when she had them in her room,
What?
they could be in anybody's
Anybody's
room.
room.
So
Yes.
that's what made me do what I do.
What? I
Yes.
didn't hear that.
Oh, yes, Google it.
Oh, gosh. You know what? You just never be too careful because you don't know what people are bringing in the hotel, too.
Exactly.
So some of these people are bringing stuff from home.
They are. Yes, they are.
Alrighty then. Now tell me, Geraldine, you've been a lot of places, you fly a lot of places, but why is cruising your preferred mode of travel?
Well, I'm like Verna. I enjoy cruising at this time in my life. When I was much younger, of course, I wanted to get to where I was going because I was the ultimate party girl, so I had to fly everywhere. But I enjoy the cruising now because it's scheduled entertainment. I like the food. I always get a spa package because I'm gonna spend a lot of time in the spa and treatments and stuff like this here. And I like the fact that I can meet people from all over the world.
Yes.
And I've made friends with people all over the world that I've met through just traveling, through cruising.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that wraps it up.
Yes.
And then plus, cruising is not just about cruising. How I dress and the clothes I wear and all that. That's all fun things.
I do. I love dressing for
Yeah, I
cruising.
love dressing up.
No,
and
never, ever will you see me dress on no cruise.
Oh my gosh.
Not even on
See how
formal night. We don't do that. I'm not going on no vacation where I got to get dressed up unless I want to. And cruising is definitely not one of them. I don't care. Formal night, I have on my jogging suit. If you not let me in the dining room, I go to the Lido deck. I'm not dressing up. Everybody dresses up for a minute after the dinner's over. They go to their room and change anyway. What's the point? I'm not doing that. I'm not even putting high heels in my suitcase. Don't
Oh
even
my
think about
gosh.
it.
I
See?
love dressing
See,
for trips.
I love all that.
I do too. It's part of it.
That's the dynamics of how different we
That's
are.
not relaxing for me though.
Yeah, because I'm still like the little princess. I want my little tutu.
Listen,
Craig, tell us about how your experience traveling as a black man around the world.
well, it's interesting. I studied when I was half of my life ago. I studied in Spain,
Yeah, me too.
which was wonderful. One of the first things that someone said to me, I had complimented this woman on something she was wearing, and she said, "I got it from your country," assuming that I was from Morocco. Then I had more hair. And here I am talking about hair tonic, and I'm going bald. It doesn't cure me whatsoever. But I had a whole lot of curly hair, and I just was interesting how once she found out that I was African American, there was a very different perspective. However, Spain was interesting because I feel like they value people of color differently, and they actually know our history. Not that they can dictate our history to you, but it was clear that our history is all around their history, which was wonderful, which was amazing. And then Thailand, I felt the same way. I felt Thailand really made me understand that I was on the other side of the world, literally. Yes. So when I rode an elephant with my bare feet and I ate grasshoppers, fried grasshoppers, y'all. Listen, right out here on 42nd Street where they're frying what? What are they frying? What are they, peanuts? Just take the peanuts, replace it with some grasshoppers, spray some soy sauce on it. I'm telling you. That's exactly what it was. And it was amazing because they were, all the little heads and little arms, everything. I thought they would be broken up. They were all together like this. Now, they wanted me to eat a Madagascar cockroach, but I'm a New Yorker. I do not socialize with cockroaches. You understand? I don't get down with cockroaches like that. You can call them water bugs or what have you. I don't socialize with them. I'm not going to eat that. But Thailand was amazing. Spain is amazing. Paris was amazing. I wasn't impressed with the food in Paris. I found it very bland.
It is.
But Mexico, I love the food in Mexico. And I like an all-inclusive hotel.
Love an all-inclusive.
Where you have options.
And I hate all-inclusive.
Do you really?
The diversity. I don't like when they put on when I stay in a hotel and I have to have, eat where they tell me to eat. Where they have a group of restaurants where you have to go to. When I go out on vacations and I stay for a week, I will not do all-inclusive. I like to pick where I want to go. Because the all-inclusive gives you an option to eat here or there or there. So I have to get my own package where I can eat there, or there. I don't want to be limited.
Okay.
It may not be a restaurant I even want to eat at. I'm so picky.
But you eat?
It depends. Because sometimes I say, as long as they sell French fries, I'm good. For pizza. So if I look at the restaurant and I'm saying, I used to tell Lorraine, go in there and see what it looks like. Come on back out, girl. No, we're not doing that. Yeah. And sometimes in these countries, like in India, they had a fabulous restaurant. Everybody talked about their food, everything. But on the outside, there's no way I'm even going in. So the appearance itself threw me off. So I can't do that. But I love eating in Italy, though. I did eat there.
Well, I'm like Craig. I love the whole Spain experience, and I'm like the two of you. I love the whole cruising experience, and I love it for the food. There's a reason why they feed you 10 times a day on the cruise, and it's primarily so you won't get seasick. Because if your stomach is empty, you will get nauseous on the water.
Okay. Never that.
That's correct.
Wow.
But the salt air is incredibly dehydrating, so make sure that you always order the water to your room by the cases, and they'll let you carry on something. They'll let you carry on pop, but you can't carry on water, which is interesting.
Go ahead, Midwest pop. You hear that?
Yes, that was
Midwest, baby. Work. Pop.
I was like, what were you carrying on? Pop.
What?
And even the little bottles of liquor now you can bring on the cruises.
What?
Yeah, it's a stipulation, like a pint or something. They do allow it now. So
that's new.
But they did take away my water. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It is. The good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Took your water and gave you liquor.
That's okay.
Exactly.
Well, listen, the food is one of the reasons of the food from around the world is the reason why I love traveling. I love experiencing things. I'm not going to do with any nondescript meat, but I do want the wild caught fish anywhere that I go, and the fruits that are indigenous to that place. And I'm always looking for that.